Maybe you've always been curious about Warhammer 40K narrative play, Crusade. Maybe you're sick of match play and you want to experience the best way to play Warhammer 40K. Or maybe you just got roped into a Crusade league through your local gaming group and you have no idea where to start. Well, look no further, because in this video I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to build a Crusade force of your very own, as well as a complete guide to the Crusade system. Alright, buckle up and let's get started. Hello, welcome to Big Nerds Wargaming. My name is Sam, and today we're going to be talking about my favorite way to play Warhammer 40K, and that is Crusade. So if you happen to have this book, the Leviathan core book that came out with the launch Leviathan set, then you have everything needed to play 40K Crusade. Otherwise, you're going to need to find the core Crusade rules, which you can download from Warhammer Community. There's a link in the description. And then you'll also need a Crusade supplement, which has the missions that you will be playing. So there's two supplements out currently. There is the Tyrannic War, which is included in the Leviathan core starter rulebook. And then there's also the Pariah Nexus Crusade supplement. So we're not going to worry about the Crusade supplements for now. We're just going to talk about the basic Crusade rules and go from there. So before we can talk about the Crusade supplements such as Tyrannic War or Pariah Nexus, we need to talk about the basics of Crusade. What is Crusade? Well, Crusade is the narrative form of playing Warhammer 40K, in which you have a Crusade force that you build out with unique units and characters which carry over from game to game, and as you play more games, your units will earn experience points which will allow you to level them up and unlock unique upgrades which are only available in Crusade narrative play. Now, the missions themselves are very different than what you would experience in match play, which makes Crusade so much fun to me because it really shakes things up from what you're used to. And besides, match play gets so much attention on the internet that you kind of forget that Crusade even exists, and it's personally my favorite way to play 40K. Let's go over some basic concepts of Crusade. So we're going to start off with some terminology. Now we have an order of battle. So this is going to be your Crusades force master list with all your units listed, as well as how many other Crusade resources you have, such as supply and requisitions. Let's take a look at an order of battle that I created for my Tyranid Hive Fleet, which I'll be using in my local gaming group's Crusade League. So this template you can find in the core Crusade rules, which you can download from Warhammer Community. So I downloaded this and printed off the order of battle as well as the unit card pages. So starting off at the top, we have our Crusade force name. My Crusade force is named Vanguard Fleet Jotun. And then below that we have our supply limit and supply used. This is a limit of points in which you can spend to fill out your roster. When you start a new order of battle, you will have 1,000 points worth of supply, and you'll also have 5 requisition points, which you'll see over in the top right-hand corner. I only have 4 requisition points starting off on my order of battle because I have already spent one, which I will go over in just 1 second. Speaking of requisition points, what are requisition points? Well, requisition points are a unique resource in Crusade in which you can spend on different requisitions, which will allow you to do various things such as upgrade characters and units, purchase more supply limit or points to fill out your roster even more, as well as removing battle scars or changing your unit's loadouts. So let's take a look at a unit card. So starting from top to bottom, we have the unit name. So this is a unique name that you give your unit, how many points it costs, and how many Crusade points it has. Everything will start off with 0 Crusade points initially. As units level up and gain Crusade upgrades, you will increase their Crusade points as accordingly. A unit gains a Crusade point every time it levels up and earns an upgrade. So starting off, everything is baseline 0. Next, you list the unit type. So this is a Death Leaper, as well as experience points. Everything starts off with 0 experience points. And then we have the equipment listed, as well as enhancements and upgrades. Below that, you'll keep track of how many battles you play, how many battles you survive, and how many enemy units you destroy. Below that, we have a section for battle honors and battle scars. Battle honors can be in the form of a relic, a weapon enhancement, or a battle trait, which is a unique ability granted to that unit. Battle scars happen when a unit dies and you fail an out-of-action test, and they can get a negative buff. And then over on the right, we have markings for the different ranks, which we have Blooded, Battle Hardened, Heroic, and Legendary. Let's talk about experience points real quick. There's 3 different ways that you can gain experience. Battle experience, so if this unit participates in a battle, it'll gain 1 experience point. Dealers of death, so this is in line with the kill tally. For every 3 enemy units that a particular unit or character kills in battle, it will gain 1 experience point. And then lastly, marks for greatness. At the end of every battle, you can pick 1 unit that participated in it and give them a bonus 3 points of experience as a mark of greatness. So let's talk about requisitions. As I mentioned before, you start off with 5 requisition points, which you can spend on some of the core requisitions. You may also find some other requisitions in your Army Codex, if you have one, or in the Crusade supplement you're playing, such as Tyrannic War or Pariah Nexus. But there are a core set of requisitions which you can always pull from in the core Crusade rules. So let's take a look at some of the core requisitions and see what those are all about. Starting off, we have increased supply limit. This will increase your supply limit by 200 points. Renowned heroes. This is 1 to 3 requisition points. This one's a little complicated at first, but I'll break it down. So when you add a character to an order of battle, you can spend 1 requisition point to give them an enhancement. For example, I gave my Broodlord the enhancement Relentless Hunger, which lets the unit that he is in move an additional 2 inches. And that enhancement does not have to come from the detachment that I'm playing. I'll be playing the Vanguard Swarm detachment. So you can spend this requisition on a new character added to your order of battle, or you can also spend this requisition when a character levels up that has already been on your order of battle. And then it'll just cost an additional requisition point for every enhancement or upgrade that that character already has. Basically, they're Crusade points. Next, we have Legendary Veterans, which you can purchase for a character when they reach 30 experience points, which will basically unlock more upgrade slots available for them. We have Rearm and Resupply, so this allows you to change the war gear options on a particular unit. Then we have Repair and Recuperate. This will allow you to remove battle scars. Fresh Recruits, which allows you to add more models to an existing unit on your order of battle. So something to note, as when you add something to your order of battle, its equipment and model count and everything is fixed, and you can't change it. You can always remove a unit from your order of battle to gain more supply points. However, if you want to add a similar unit back, they will be starting at 0 experience points as if they were a brand new unit. Next, we're going to talk about ranks and battle honors. As units earn experience points, they level up. So the first level is 0 to 5, which is battle ready. That's basically a brand new unit on your Crusade force, and they are not eligible for any upgrades. Once they reach 6 to 15 experience points, they now earn the blooded rank, in which you can purchase an upgrade for them. And then following that, we have Battle Hardened Heroic Legendary. So that's 16 to 30 experience points, 31 to 50 experience points, and 51 plus experience points. When a unit levels up, they earn what is called a Battle Honor. Battle Honors come in the form of Battle Traits, which is a new ability that they can use and is assigned to that unit. A Weapon Modification, which is a upgrade to a specific weapon for a model in that unit. Typically you give those to monsters, vehicles, or characters. As well as Crusade Relics, and that is another type of special item that is unique that you can assign to a character. As a unit gains a battle honor, you will increase its Crusade point tally by 1 on its Crusade card. Next, we're going to talk about a specific Crusade supplement, the Tyrannic War, because most people already have this one who purchased the Leviathan launch box. So this is probably the most widely available Crusade supplement, so I'm going to use this as an example to talk through how the Tyrannic War works, and it on top of those core Crusade rules which I just outlined for you. Now the Tyrannic War offers a new upgrade path system called Tyrannic War Veterans. You can pick one of your Crusade units and have them pursue the Monster Hunters upgrade path or the Striding Behemoths upgrade path, and you purchase upgrades on those specific paths as you would a normal upgrade each time they level up. However, you'll be using Tyrannic War Veteran points. And these are earned by each time you destroy an enemy unit, you will get 1 Tyrannic War Veteran point. You will also gain 3 Tyrannic War Veteran points if you kill a unit with the Striding Behemoth keyword. Now to gain access to these 2 upgrade paths, you'll have to purchase a requisition called Tyrannic War Veterans for 1 requisition point, which will allow you to assign the keyword Striding Behemoth or Monster Hunter to a unit on your order of battle. Then once you get to 10 Tyrannic War Veteran tally points, you can purchase an upgrade on the Striding Behemoth, or Monster Hunter's Path, depending on which one you've assigned to that particular unit. It's just another unique way for you to upgrade your units as they participate in the Tyrannic War. So now we've gone over the basic Crusade rules, we've gone over battle honors, battle traits, and weapon enhancements, and we've also talked about the Tyrannic War a little bit. So now let's talk about your first game. So once you have your order of battle made, you need to start playing some games. So starting off, looking at the Tyrannic War Supplement, since that's what most people have, that's what I'm going to use as an example. First of all, you start off by finding an opponent. If you're new to Crusade, I suggest finding someone who is also new to Crusade, so that way you can both learn together. Next, you will pick the battle size. Now, because your order of battle has 1,000 points, doesn't mean you have to have an army that is 1,000 points. You can always play games that are smaller. In fact, I would actually recommend you start smaller, maybe 800 points or 600 points, or 1,000 if you feel like it. But you don't have to use everything that's on your order of battle. Because then once you pick a mission, then you build your army. And building your army works like building an army in regular 40K match play. However, you pull all your units from your order of battle instead of just picking them from your collection. The idea is you have your Crusade force on the order of battle, and after each game, those particular units will level up and grow stronger as you progress through the Crusade. So once you have your army created from your order of battle, equal to the amount of points that you and your opponent agree to, next, it is time to select agendas. Now, agendas are kind of like mission secondaries. However, they provide a means for your army to progress outside of the normal kill experience points or mission rewards. Think of it as things that your force can do as like ongoing goals, and they just offer another way for you to progress your force. Now, agendas can be found in the Crusade supplements themselves, or if you have the new 10th edition Army Codexes, there might be an agenda or two in the Codex Crusade Rules, which you can look for and pick from there. So one thing I like about agendas is it kind of softens the blow if you're losing the game really badly, because you still have those agendas that you can pursue, which will advance your overall Crusade force in the long run, so you still have something to do even though you may be losing the game. So then after that, once you have the agenda selected, it's time to determine what's called Crusade Blessings. Crusade Blessings are determined by adding up the total amount of Crusade points in your list compared to your opponent's army list for that mission, and if the difference of those two numbers is within a certain range, you are granted the option to pick a Crusade Blessing. Crusade Blessings kind of work as a buff for the underdog, which gives them either a special ability to use in a mission such as extra command points, or it'll make it easier for them to earn experience points for particular units. So the idea is it kind of works as like a catch-up system so that the one who is blessed can progress their units a little bit more quicker and maybe make a somewhat imbalanced game more worth their time. After you have the Crusade Blessings determined, it's time to play the game. And as you're playing the game, you need to keep track of a few things. First, you want to keep track of unit kill tallies. You'll also want to track things like agenda tallies. You also need to track Tyrannic War veteran points if you're playing the Tyrannic War campaign and you have Tyrannic War veterans participating in the battle. And then finally, when the battle comes to a conclusion, it's time to do some bookkeeping. First, you need to roll your out-of-action tests. Now, each time a unit dies, you have to roll an out-of-action test. And all that is you roll a d6, and if you roll anything but a 1, nothing happens. Now, when you fail an out-of-action test, you have one of two consequences to choose from. You can either take a devastating blow or a battle scar. A devastating blow will remove one battle honor that was already assigned to that unit. If you can't remove a battle honor, then you have to take a battle scar. A battle scar is kind of a negative buff that you roll for on a table. Now keep in mind, if you do get a battle scar, you can remove that battle scar on that unit by spending a requisition point on the Repair and Recuperate requisition. After rolling all your out-of-action tests, it's time to distribute experience points. As mentioned before, each unit that participates in a battle will earn 1 experience point. For every 3 enemy unit kills, that unit will earn another experience point. Both players will be able to pick one of the units that participated in the battle and mark them for greatness, and all that does is give them a bonus 3 experience points. After you determine experience points, both players will receive 1 requisition point for playing the game, and then each Crusade mission will have a special victor bonus that the victor of that mission will get as an extra reward. And then that's pretty much it. If your units earn enough experience points and they can level up, then you can go ahead and do that and give them their battle honors. And then otherwise, you just rinse and repeat and keep playing more missions and grow and progress your Crusade force. And to give an example of what leveling up a unit looks like, I will walk through an example with an infantry unit. So now my Von Ryan's Leapers have earned enough experience points. They are now at the Blooded rank, which lets them access a Crusade upgrade. And for this, I will give them a battle trait. So looking at the battle traits table, I'll go ahead and roll a d6, and I rolled a 1. So they have the Battle Scarred Resistance. Models in this unit have the Feel No Pain 6+ special rule. I'll go ahead and mark this on their Crusade card and add 1 Crusade point to their unit card, showing that they have a battle trait. Now I'm going to talk briefly about Codex Crusade rules. So we have the core Crusade rules. We have the Crusade Supplement rules on top of those core rules, Tyrannic War or Pariah Nexus. And then we have the Codex rules, which are layered on top of that. Now, this may all seem overwhelming and daunting. You don't have to play the Codex rules if you don't want to. You can, if you have an army that only has an index, you can find plenty of upgrades and interesting things to pursue in the core Crusade rules or Tyrannic War on their own, and don't feel like you're really missing out because you don't have a Codex. If you're seeing that as a main hindrance, I would say just give it a try. There's still lots of fun to be had. In fact, we did a small Tyrannic War series here on this channel before the Tyranids Codex even came out over the summer, which you can see here. And Collins and I had a ton of fun. We were playing kind of a hyper enhanced Crusade in which we earned experience really fast just to showcase some of the things that you can unlock. But kind of briefly going over this, the Tyranids, they have a Crusade system in which they earn points as they're slowly devouring a planet. So it kind of focuses on using different unit types as they're devouring the planet. The Necrons, they have a special upgrade path which simulates awakening a tomb world, which gives them some different special abilities they can pick from as they achieve certain agendas. The Space Marines have a whole system around Oath Sworn campaigns, which revolves around oaths and unique upgrade paths and certain things you have to do to unlock those as well. So there's a lot of variety offered in the codexes as well as in the main Crusade supplements. Lastly, I want to leave you with a couple tips. If you're thinking about starting a Crusade for yourself, I have this fancy Warhammer binder, but I printed off the order of battle here, which I have my units listed, and then I'm actually using just a dry erase marker so I can keep track of things that change often, such as Crusade points. And then I also have, in these plastic inserts, the different unit cards in which I can mark experience points and Crusade points and fill out things as I'm going, such as battle tallies. So I can take this binder with me as I'm playing and mark things off as it happens. If you don't want to go the paper route and you think this is too ancient and old school, there's a great online Google Sheet Crusade template, which there is a link in the description. I did not make this, but I have used this in the past for 9th edition Crusades, and it works for 10th edition as well. And then also, as you complete games, don't put off bookkeeping. You may be kind of exhausted and tired after playing a Crusade mission, but if you just quickly mark off your experience points and go through some upgrades with your opponent and kind of share like, oh, this unit over here leveled up and I'm going to give them this upgrade, it can make that part of the game as well, and that way you'll be ready to go for your next game. If you are looking for some unique names or some inspiration for your Crusade force, check out the website Realm of Plastic. There's a bunch of different name generators. I've used them myself to generate some cool character names, force names, planet names, you have it, and really just kind of bring the whole narrative experience to life. If there's anything I missed or didn't explain very well, let me know in the comment section and I'll take a look at that. Maybe I'll make a follow-up video diving deeper into the Crusade rules. If you want to see what some Crusade gameplay is like, we have a new series on the channel called Pariah Nexus, which you can view right here. And lastly, if you like what we do here on the channel, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Also, we have some merch which is available. I'm wearing one of the t-shirts. You can purchase those as well. There's a link in the description. And I hope that you found this Crusade guide helpful and informative, and that you feel more equipped to make an order of battle of your own and go out and Crusade. All right, we're going to leave it at that. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.